of another participant. I am Yoshela. I'm the MC for our webinar session today. We would like to thank you for coming to our webinar session. Today's webinar series is presented by Binus Northumbria School of Design Fashion Club, where they held a sustainability campaign in order to raise awareness regarding the sustainable fashion issues. They have an exhibition that showcases Binus students and alumnus work in contributing to fashion sustainability, located at the 6th floor of FX Sudirman, and in total of 4 webinar series with various topics to discover. Today, the webinar series are titled as Conserving Indonesian Culture, Journey of Saroong Atelier, with our guest speaker directly from Saroong Atelier, Kak Ayla Jaya. Hi, Kak.
Hi.
Hi, and then she is the creative director of Saroong Atelier. Also, we have our moderator here, Sradiki Maryoga, a faculty member of Binus Northumbria School of Design Fashion Management. Hi, Sradiki.
Hi, Yosela. How are you? Hi,
I'm fine. How are you, sir?
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So there are a few mechanisms that all participants must follow. First of all, please mute your microphone when the session is taking place. Second of all, there will be a question and answer session in this end of this webinar series for you to be able to ask questions. Before asking the question, you should raise your hand or type in the chat box provided. Last but not least, you will be given an attendance links to be filled before you leave this webinar session. So from now, I will pass this webinar to Sradiki.
Okay, thank you, Yosela. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining with us, actually with the student club. Fashion Club is really kekinian. Fashion Club, yeah. And thank you so much also, Ayla, for presenting yourself in here and also with your brand, Saroong Atelier, that I knew for sure it's your project, yeah, entrepreneurship for fashion, I think back to 2019. Oh, you're still on mute, Ayla.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, in 2019 to 2020, sir.
2019, yeah, before pandemic. Before the
Yeah, before the pandemic.
Yes, we had the exhibition in JWC, yeah, in the lobby, right?
Yeah. It was my first exhibition.
Okay.
And it was guided by you.
Oh, and also there's we have a guest judges from Goods Dep, yeah. On that time is yeah. So okay. And yes, of course, the sustainability is, I'm so glad that we are as fashion, let's say, things that we learn that sustainability is now become something that we could call it as a lifestyle, yeah, because not just only the process to make is one fashion, but also, let's say, culture and so on, yeah. And also, I'm so glad that the culture also that's put in your works, Ayla. And then, okay, maybe from the first time, I would like let you talk about what is, maybe we get to know about our speaker today, Ayla. You may introduce yourself. Okay.
Okay, I'll just share my screen, yes. Okay, hi everyone. I'm Ayla, the creative director and the founder of Saroong Atelier. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, I can see that.
All
Before
right.
we started with Saroong, maybe it is better for you to introduce yourself about your family and your education and anything. Yeah.
Okay. So myself, I'm Ayla. I'm I was a student at Binus Northumbria. I forgot. I think I started my uni at 2017. And yeah, and then I just graduated this I think this year. I just graduated last year. Sorry. Yeah.
This
Sorry.
year.
I just graduated last year in 2021. And I started my business when I was in uni. It was, I think it was like fourth or fifth semester of uni. My entrepreneurship, it was an entrepreneurship program, a class.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just from me. And okay, I started the business itself by three of Venusian students with my fellow friends, Namira and EQ. But now I'm running the business by myself.
Okay, so I would like to know also, because the things that you believe, and also let's say I believe that it came from your family. Can you tell us about your parents, maybe your family
Oh,
background?
okay. Okay. Oh, okay. From my family background, I'm purely Indonesian, and my mom came from Manado, and my dad came from Bali, and I always have the interest in traditional not just fabric, in the culture, in Indonesian culture. So I really want to, you know, to infuse Indonesian culture into the modernity that in the city we live in, because I feel like not just my age, maybe a lot older than me, doesn't have that, doesn't have that interest, that much of interest, because they feel like Indonesian culture is too tacky, too old and boring, and I wanted to make it. I want them to know where they are, where they're from, really, like from the bottom of it, without them really realizing it. That I kind of like, I kind of like, infuse it just from the traditional fabric. I make it like I twist it into something that can wear every day, that can use every day, without them, realize that it's tanun, it's traditional fabric. I think, yeah.
So that's why the way you dress, and also sometimes we are lecturers also talk about that. You have such as like characteristic, yeah. Whenever you dress every day, you're always wearing well, which is good, yeah. Let's say like using the traditional fabric, but with the twist, with the modern way. I think that's also something that you are especially the one that also promoting sustainability lifestyle in culture, yeah, let's say, and then you make it like your own way, your own style.
My own style. I twist it into something that reflect myself.
Yeah.
Something that, that just represent me.
Yes, that's good. Okay. We will let Ayla to talk about and also to present about Saroong. Yeah, your time is now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Saroong is a Jakarta-based fashion brand that was founded in 2019 from Binus, guided by Sir Diki itself and Miss Nina back then. We were greatly inspired by the rich and diverse culture in Indonesia, and the main aspect that has become the brand essence is to bring back the traditional way of dressing, but at the same time offering something unique and related to our lifestyle, to something that we see every day. We creating those pieces with a modern twist. We incorporate a traditional aspect, especially in the fabric we chose. Now it has been 2 years since the debut, and many ups and downs have been gone through this to be in this spot. But the biggest challenge itself is to stay authentic to the character, to the silhouette, to the to the project that we want to have the vision and mission. And then, so this is the just a mood board of Saroong. We always mix the, the traditional aspect, but we make it into something, from the fabric. We chose Tanun Makassar, but the background story of each collection is from Bali, and then from Makassar itself, from the condition that we were in back then, from the first phase of Corona. So yeah, the Indonesian culture, probably the most crucial thing that we got, that we took from the culture, is the fabric. We strive to give detail, thus we use very high grade fabrics such as the Nun, but we twist it with the modern lifestyle again and again, with something that we can use daily, like a suits, a blazer, trousers, a dress, a top, and they can use it in so many styles, very versatile. Like for example, this blazer can be used into two styles. That can be used for something, they can wear it casually, they can wear it to hang out with friends. So we want to influence people to be more into Indonesian culture by wearing our products, or simply just be brave enough to experiment with Indonesian heritage. We also give a chance to our market to experiment with the product, to use their imagination, because I think most of my product, most of Saroong's product, not can just be wear in one style, but they can be worn in even to 15 styles. They can just twist the top can be reversible. They can twist or tuck in, or just experiment, just use their imagination to wear it. We also encourage our market about the traditional history as the background of the collection. So this is the background story of our first collection. It calls Arunya, which means the first rays of sun, and specifically chosen as the name of our first collection to signify the light of the brand, of a brand new day, the start of something new. And for this collection, we greatly inspired by the various floral assortments we have in Indonesia. The vibrant colors, soft and unique silhouette of these flowers really became the vocal point lineup, and then translated into each clothing pieces. This is some of the look. This is our cover of the lookbook. We have probably for the start, we have I think 6 SKU, and we still have and one of them become our main, our character product, which is our Lilita, the top. And then the second collection, this is what's interesting, I think. The second collection launched, I think it was on August 2020 or July. I think it's August. It was that was the first phase of pandemic, and we really feel the loneliness. That's where we felt the loneliness, and then we started to miss our friends or family, because we cannot meet them at that time. So muleni means the process of mixing ingredients together through the motions of pulling and stirring. But through this collection, we want to bring back the sweet nostalgic feeling of our childhood, because the feeling of, you know, loneliness and missing, we kind of like um we tell our story to our to not to everyone, to the market, to our customers, that we are on the same page. We miss the, you know, in Indonesia we have arisan, it's like family gatherings, and we always have that, you know, traditional cake. And as a child, me and my team before, we always went to the traditional market to buy those traditional cake, and then, like, you know, and then share it with the fellow families. And then that's what we miss the most when um, when we cannot meet our family. Um, so it has always been the staple in every celebration, and we enjoy all the sweet and savory cakes that the Tampa has offered us. So we take a trip down memory lane and really try to appreciate each moment that made us into the person that we are here today, that we're in right now. That, okay, for example, I just graduated, and then I have Saroong, and then we really appreciate people that has been with us, and that's every moment adds unique taste, whether happy or sad, and each pull, stretch, and pressure that Mulani means makes us stronger after the hardship. And this inspired us to tap into our inner child and create a fun yet wearable pieces inspired by these unique and delicious traditional cakes, from the fluffy pink kue mangkok to the equally appetizing kue talam. And the name of our product is also like inspired by the traditional cake. This is the look of our second collection. Actually, this is one of the most interesting, like, people still want to buy, you know, this product, but the fabric, because again, we really encourage, like, encourage people to use traditional fabric, right? And that's like one of the challenge of the brand is we don't have that much of fabric, you know. We already buy, let's say we already buy like 20 meters of kain tendon, but then it's sold out, and then people still wants to buy the product. So we have to make like an idea, like, okay, we want them to have their own imagination, we want them to share their creativity with us. Okay, they can choose their own fabric, they can choose their own color. We have the list, of a traditional fabric, we have the list of Makassar fabric that we have, and then the, you know, because it's reversible, and we use taffeta fabric for the inner. They can choose the colors, they can combine those fabric with their own, you know, with their own ones, their own taste. So conserving the culture, I think like a lot of brand now, not just Saroong, have been influenced by by the Indonesian culture, but we pick different perspective, you know, like some of it some of it pick the silhouette of the brand, or the background story of the brand, or some of it use the traditional fabric, or some of it even just see the the city, because like I think the main inspiration that I have, it's from myself, it's from what we've been through. I think how to, like, you know, connect ourselves to the condition we're in right now, like corona, and you know, the corona, how the market feels about the condition, and then we have to, like, you know, relate it. I think also the culture, you know. And then like we go to traditional market, we go to yeah, we go to traditional market like once a week or like once a month. It's something that I think we can you know relate to each other. So each and every brand will have their own share in promoting the heritage. Thus, by altering it into the style which the brand represents will help. One of the main reasons our culture is being left behind is because it's being considered boring, old, tacky, and then like it's too formal. It's you know, it's not me. It didn't represent myself or something like that. That's why we try to relate to that, you know. In Saroong case, we make it into a contemporary and versatile design, so we can keep the essence and soul of the culture in hope of preserving it. So yeah, the challenges, the most prominent challenge is probably to having to see each other brand doing the same silhouette that Sarong have, mainly our true top Lilita, but the execution is not. They don't. They don't use. They don't keep an eye on like the details. Although they use the traditional fabric, they use tenun or they use anduk or whatever fabric that they use, whatever traditional fabric that they're using. I think we really need to keep an eye on how to take care of it, because like traditional fabric cannot be washed by by machine. Really we really need to encourage our market how to take care the product. That's why the price we make it different, and then we really need to know the market. We really need to know our target market, what they want, what they need, and then what what their perspective about a lot of things, you know, their daily basis. We need to know their lifestyle to to actually understand. We need to encourage them to, traditional fabric can be used. Traditionality is not just, it's not just kabaya, it's not just batik. We have a lot of things. We have interior, traditional interior, and we can mix it into something modern. We can mix it into something contemporary, and that's what we want to, we want to serve to them. We want to encourage them. This So those challenge actually impacts the way people are thinking, although the market is different again. Like Saroong is very expensive. In one brand it's only around 200,000, but then in Saroong it's like 800, 900. It's 2 mil right now. And now it puts a misunderstanding, even though we always strive to be detailed in seam, fabric selecting, etc. There are also challenges in it being quite a niche market, but their creativity and a good marketing strategy is really it's really needed to tackle this situation. And then again, one of the most challenges is to always understand what they need. Always, like, you cannot, at the end, you cannot be too dominant. You cannot be too individualist. To if you want, you have to have that marketing plan. You have to know, like, okay, this is the piece, this is the piece that I want to make as a hobby, and this is for the bread and butter. This is for this is for the money. We really need to know that plan. Yeah, I think that's from us. okay, the other thing that I can show you, maybe just from the brand itself. So how to be, I'm having like a lot of collaboration in Saroong. Especially, I think like one of the most important thing is like we really need to know how to like, um, how do I say it? How to be friend with our market, how to be friend with our muse, how to like, because my market is different with me. My market is not me. My market is someone older than me, way older than way older than me, who already have like a lot more income than me, maybe already be a mom, maybe a workaholic, working woman. So how to like, communicate with them, share stories with them, be a family with them. So that's why I always called our market not just a market, but it's friends and family, because like at the end, the uh con- being connected, being transparent to the market is really important. I think that's one of the key. So yeah, that's from me. Do you if you guys have any question, you can just ask.
Ayla, that's thank you so much for your presentation. That's really good. Yeah, from the basic ideas, it's really according to your name is Saroong, right? It's so that in fashion that we knew that there's a line and then color and silhouette. So the silhouette will be Saroong. Yeah. Okay. Why did you choose Saroong?
Okay, this is a funny story, as you know, sir. So the main inspiration, we always said that it was from a traditional, traditional story, blah blah blah. But the main brand itself inspired by, uh, you know, on Friday we have men go to went to masjid, to mosque, just to like for pray, and they always wear sarung, right? And I and then if you see sarung ya, just the traditional sarung ya, not traditional, just like gajah duduk, sarung gajah duduk or whatever. They cannot see, like it's so tacky, it's so okay, what's the nice word for it? But some of us can see it as kampungan, right? But we see it like it's such an inspiration. It's if we see the color that sarung sarung gajah duduk, or like those sarung masjid that we see every day, that we have it at our house, actually the color is very inspirational. And then the they have like the pattern, it's very inspirational. And then how to make it, and then I think the sustainability that we at first because the silhouette of sarung, it, it's it's just rectangle, right?
Yeah.
It's just rectangle. How to like twist it? How to like twist the rectangle into, maybe we just cut it into two pieces and into, I think it's like it was like, I think it's like 120 length, and then we cut it into two, and then that's where we started to like twist, use our creativity. And then I make it into the top, the Lilita top. And then I remember the first design that we make is the sarung that have like, do I still have it? It's the sarung that I only use like karet, drawstring to make it like, I'm sorry to say this, like pocong silhouette. So like,
Okay.
okay, that's the horror story behind it, but like we kind of like make it into something like modern, you know.
Yeah.
That's something that we see and we heard every day. So like that's the inspiration from the brand.
So the
The name
inspiration
of
is
Saroong.
actually the sarung. Actually, is like Jumatan, yeah, for the Muslim
Yeah.
that always went to the mosque every Friday, and also at the
Yeah.
same time you twist it, and then from the basic silhouette is only box, and then you make it with the drawstring, yeah, and then also the ideas also come the horror and Indonesian story pocong.
The Indonesian story, right? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And then for okay.
Before we start again with the question and answer, I believe that you have like, you know, into running the brand like this, you need to also to promote, right? About the marketing mix campaign. And then do you have
Right.
like, what is the things that has been doing by Saroong? Yeah. Maybe you can share the video or something to the audience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm sorry I haven't prepared for that, but maybe I can share you like our um okay, this is what I learned from Venus. What I learned from you is trickle up, right? Trickle up, trickle down, and like you know, where we really need to know where are we, what, who is our market. That's what we really need to know. Oh, that's what I really need to know, because like I see that my market itself, it's around 29 or like 28 to like 30 or like even 40 years old, which is not me. And they're like, okay, where do they buy their stuff? And then I saw like they usually buy their stuff at consignment stores, consignment stores, or they have like this, you know, this news, if you know Cecilia,
Yeah.
which is my Saroong's family too. Right now, we having like a collaboration with we had an event before in October, in November. We had an event before. Let me show you some of the picture.
Okay, for those who had a question, you may directly ask the question to Ayla later on, or you can also, in order not to forget the question, you can also write down on the chat. Yeah. After this, we have a question and answer.
Yeah. So we had a event at Asal Jakarta. One of the reason why I call not actually at that time we haven't thought about collaboration, but we think we have the opportunity to rent to rent the place with actually with a good price. And then I contact Cecil immediately because right now we're friends. We're just like, you know, again, we're Sarung and Canvas family. So like I contacted her and I said like, you know, there's this place with a good price that you can actually, you know, that we can make a pop-up store for 3 days, you know, and people thought at first people thought that we had a collaboration, but we haven't make it at that time. Oh, that's by the way, that skirt is the first um
First generation.
skirt. Yeah,
First
not
generation.
even first generation. I didn't sell it, sir. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
the prototype. It's a
Okay.
prototype. The first time that the first time I had the idea of sarong, I make this and then I show you. Do you remember that? I
Yeah.
show you this is the prototype of sarong, and then he said like, "Are you sure? Like it's very traditional. It's very sarong gajah duduk. Why don't you make it into something like can you know, okay, bisa dipelajari lebih deep gitu, and then that's where I found the Makassar Academy.
Okay.
Anyways,
Mm.
the reason why I contacted Mbak Cecil, because we know that my market, because I know my market is actually same with her brand. My market really look into her as a muse, as someone that can inspire them, inspire their style actually, because she's a fashion influencer, right? So yeah, I think that's important to know who's our market look up to.
Yeah.
That's really important. And then from that, I made a collaboration with Cecil, with Canvas, the brand. Wait,
But who is
okay.
the one that become your first collaborator? Who is your partner to become collaborations?
Oh, actually, Cecil, yeah, Cecil is the first. Is Canvas? Canvas is the first brand I had the collaboration with.
Okay.
So we have like two volume. This one is the first volume,
Yeah.
of Saroong and Canvas, and then the second brand we had collaborate with is the Good Things in Life. It's a consignment store. If you guys have heard about it, it's a consignment store. But I know that my market mostly buy their product at the store, so they can see it. My market really want to feel, you feel and try and touch my Saroong product, and we at that time haven't we haven't opened our store yet. We haven't opened our studio yet. That's why we collaborate with the Good Things in Life. But before, we also put our stuff at Ninivest consignment store, but they're closing soon. So yeah, we focus on Jakarta for now.
Okay.
And at Saroong, Saroong, we're gonna have a collaboration with Sunderland also, launching soon, guys. Launching soon. And with Canvas, we're having also a second volume collaboration. So this is the thing with Canvas. We make it something that very daily, that we can use daily. It's just a shirt. It's just a blazer. It's just a tube top, something that we can really use daily. Which in Saroong we don't have that. In Saroong we have our chenil, something that we can use it daily, but like it's sometimes it's too revealing, so they can only use it on vacation, or our skirt. It's too complicated. It's too versatile. So with Canvas, we mix it into something that we can wear daily, like this blazer, detachable sleeves. They can use it as a vest. They can use it as a blazer. Yeah. So that's the thing, and that's what I learned.
Okay.
Because I feel like having a brand. How to stop the share? Yeah.
You just like add to the.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes, okay. Oh, before we continue, there's an audience that raised her hands. I think the name with Priska Somba. Are you here, Priska?
Hello, Mr. Diki. Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
So,
yeah, yes. Do you have any questions? Yeah.
Yes, my name is Priska and I'm from International Business major. I have a questions for Kak Ayla. So me personally, I have been interested in fashion business because that was the reason why I took international business major, right? And as hypocrite as it might sound, I really put a high value towards the way I dress, the way I see an outfit, the way I see them as an art, or like more into masterpiece. That's why I really, really highly respect some of my friends here that might took a fashion major as well. And I want to know, because what I've been learned in my major, at least it comes to my perspective that I tried to cut as much expense as I could in order to gain maximum profits, right? So I wanted to know what makes you wanted to do this sarung business, because I noticed that you decide to use sarung because you want to preserve the cultural aspect. You use the traditional fabrics, which is really amazing that you are really focused towards the socio-economic manners, and that really supports the sustainable aspects that you are aiming to. And I want to know, what is your outcomes? What is your expectations by doing this business, and what makes it worth it by doing it? I wanted to know your perspective. I want to understand and see it from a different perspective, you know.
Thank you.
That's really
That's
great question,
really,
Priska. Nice.
yeah, that's a great question. Because as you know, as I told you before, I'm really into traditional, into the culture. I really want to, I really want to share my story. I actually want to like share myself into the market itself, because like, why is it worth it? Because, expressing myself, telling my story to people, and without them knowing that, without them realizing that, that's already worth it, by them wearing the traditional aspect, little aspect, just the fabric. It's already something that is, it's already something that really, that impactful, because a lot of artisan, traditional fabric artisan, like penenuan, that they just, because of the COVID, they cut, they, what do you call it, Kaya? Wait, they just don't produce tanun or like any traditional fabric again, because the salary, because of their salary, they cannot live. And I think by me trying to like, use it as something that as something that can use daily, and I just sell it introduce the traditionality into the city, to the modern lifestyle. I think that's worth it. That's what makes it worth it. And and like expressing myself into the brand, telling my story by the product, by the by the silhouette and everything. I think that's very worth it, and I really want to share more of not just the traditional side of it, but like how the city, how the modern life has, has how the modern lifestyle has modern lifestyle and modern mindset has like, cut down the traditional, because we're very rich. I think like Indonesian culture, not just the fabric, but we are very rich, but we cannot see that anymore, because I feel like we're too focused on the busyness that we cannot know ourselves anymore. We cannot relate it to ourselves. We don't know who we are, we just basically, when someone asks you who are you, you cannot even tell, you cannot even answer that question because you don't really know who you are. And I want them to relate. I want myself to like telling the market that this is me, Ayla, who likes to wear traditional, who love preserving the culture, who love to wear traditional fabric, who who's very proud about being, who's proud being myself, who's been shit. You know, this is my story. That's what makes it, that's what makes it worth it.
Or maybe Priska, okay, how about the answer? Is it answering your question, Priska? Hello, Priska.
Yes, it's amazing. It's just perfect. Thank you, Kak.
Okay, yeah. So you are now in international business in which university? In BINUS or?
In BINUS.
Oh, in BINUS. Okay. Why don't you come to fashion management BINUS?
I wish I could.
No. I'm just joking. Yeah. So yes, but the things that Ayla said and also the things that you said is a valid, yeah, because your point of view is on the business side, which is I also see that whenever in the class, in the lecture in entrepreneurship for fashion on fashion marketing 2 and 1, yeah. So whenever the student want to make what brand, they need to also to think how their business could be sustained. Yeah. Before making sustainability action, but first, your business must be sustained first.
Must be sustained, right? That's right, sir. Because how to make the business sustain is the first priority before like the fabric. Because what we see, and right now, sustainability has been like a marketing, like it's just a marketing bluff.
Yeah.
How do we right, sir? So like, how do we make it into something that, okay, how to make the business sustainable at first, how to make the business how to stay with the market, how to hold the market like this, make it strong, make this foundation. We have to know the foundation first, the character first, and then if we want to expand the business, we have to know the plan. Okay, first, maybe okay, right now the income for 2 years is this much. We already have to know, again, I hate to say this, okay, but having a business, you really need to understand about financial because that's the business will be sustainable if you know how to manage the money. If you know how to manage the money, if you know the market, if you know the plan, if you already have the foundation of the brand, if people already know the character of your brand, that's where you need to focus at first, I think.
Yeah.
And then the second of all, you really need to focus, okay, for the fabric, I'm using traditional fabric. Okay, so we need to think being a designer, the waste. It's a bullshit if we don't have waste. We have lots of waste. How to manage it? How to maybe make a collaboration with one brand and then make it into a bag or something. That's an idea, but that's not the first thing that you need to think, because sustainability is not just a marketing bluff.
Yeah,
I think you really need to focus on that, having a business.
Okay, good one. Good point, Ayla. Okay, we have also a second question from Melvina Josinta. Are you there, Melvina?
Yes, sir.
Okay, maybe you want to raise a question directly to Ayla? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I have a question. Like you mentioned that before, that Saroong have a specific target market, like people who want to touch the actual garments and stuff. Like it's so specific that the people are more likely to be intrigued by like offline marketplace and offline space. But in today's venture is like most likely to be e-commerce and online. Like, how do you keep up with that demand, and how do you stay up to date with the consumers and the competitors that is in Indonesia right now?
Okay. A funny story is like my brand, Saroong Atelier itself. We focus on personalized items right now. So like we don't have sizing. Sizing is just right there on our, on our highlight Instagram, but we don't see it as small, large, or whatever. We want them to, we don't want to feel them, I'm too small, or I'm too big, or whatever. So we manage it. We want them to, okay, we have this measurement chart, and it's not a chart actually, it's just a measurement, for if they want to make a top, they measure themselves for the bust, and then for the fashion measurement, body measurement. So if they feel to if and then we make the product, and then if the product doesn't fit them well, and then they can just send us back, and we usually we didn't make it new, but like we fix it. We just fix it. So yeah, for the offline market, and we use, okay, this is what this is a new thing for me, is make reels. It's make a reels, make a video. It's really important, so they can see how they know how to wear sarong, because it's complicated. There's a lot of strings, drawstrings, reversible, and then you can make a skirt into a top, you can make a skirt into a dress. Like, what the fuck, right? Like, not everyone can see and feel that, and then yeah, being active in social media is really important.
Okay, Kak. Thank you so much. That was very insightful.
Melvina,
You're welcome.
the question has already been answered. Okay. Any other question maybe from the audience? You can raise your hand and then directly ask a question to Ayla here. Yes, because the thing is, our country is really rich with the culture and also with the fabric. Yeah, I think one of the biggest barriers and also techniques. Can you imagine that? Let's say like the between one area in, yeah, we talk about in Java, in Java Island, there's the West Java, Central Java, and then East Java. There are so many dialect and also kind of techniques of textile. Yeah, so that's really amazing. That is really good that you also took the essence of the culture. Let's say many kind, you can unite everything, like many kind and various let's say the fabric.
And there's batik, there's
yes.
there's batik, there's tenun, there's andok, right?
Yeah,
and there's
yeah,
various kind of tenun, there's kind ikat.
Yes.
And
That's it.
And that's very sad for me, sir. Like some of them like sell it so cheap, and still the market think that it's expensive. They just don't know. They just don't know how hard they cannot appreciate. I don't feel like the city life can appreciate that much, And that's the saddest thing that I see right now, sih sebenarnya. Karena kayak, again, they need like a month or two, or some of our like NTT or NTB, they need a year to make one whole fabric,
Exactly.
And they only sell it for 5 million. And 5 million for a year, kaya how can they leave?
But like, then they bought Nike Air, for 10 and 15 million.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. Again,
we-
exactly. They bought something, or they bought like uh
Yay.
just just very expensive, even Indonesian brand, very expensive with just fabric that
Hmm.
we can we can buy it from Tanah Abang, or we can buy it from Mayastic. It's only like 30,000, 50,000, 70,000, right? Like, how can you do
Yeah.
that's the thing that I really want to
Yes.
share with
That's-
the market.
Yeah. That's
And I
why.
think that's one of the biggest problem
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
challenge.
That's why your challenge also, that's the things, maybe the problem, and also something that made you sad. But I think is it also like could be said as the inspiration, the reason. That's why, how can you communicate and promote this sarung, and also, hey, we have a great and cool things that roots from our culture, but at the same time is also stylish, and the things that you say that you
Yeah.
did is really good. Yeah. But yes, keep on, and then don't be, let's say, jangan lelah, yeah, and then you have to keep on fighting, Ayla.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, we have a question from Jennifer. Yeah, okay, Jennifer Lim, yeah.
Yes, hello, Sir Dicky, and hello, Kak Ayla. So I
Hi,
have a question.
Jen.
Hi.
So as a business that provides products, especially on fashion, where the creative industry is really competitive, sometimes we have to come up on what will we sell and how it will be different from the market, like innovative
Right.
product. And so from the design of Saroong Atelier itself, like the skirt, tip tops, and also outerwears, where I find it really interesting. However, some people may find it like it's a clothing pieces that is still not mainstream, or it's still not the norm for everyday wear. So how do you come up with the design, like the inspiration behind it, and why did you decided to choose that kind of design to be sold and be confident that it will cater to the market? Thank you.
Again,
Yeah.
again, like what I said, I don't want to focus on the big, huge market there. I want to focus on my market. So I have one muse or like two muses, and then I want, okay, let's say I have like two muse, right? I have two muse, and then and then I design something that would they wear it, and then I'm gonna think like, will they wear it? Or I'm gonna see myself, am I gonna wear it? Because like at the end, again, I think at the end, the brand needs to represent me, because it's my brand. It needs to be me. So I know that a lot of people want something like I want, but they cannot, they can't find it anywhere. That's why I want to focus on that market. It's very niche. That's the challenges. But again, how to make the brand sustainable is like, okay, there is this some of the product might be very individualistic, but some of it we need to make it more we need to think about the market too, but not all of them. I think that's how we manage the sustainable of the brand.
Okay, Jenny.
And surprisingly,
Mm.
and like surprisingly, the one of the most best selling of the product, it's something that represents me. It's something that not everyone can wear it, but they wear it anyways, because they see, maybe they see me wearing it, they see my muse wearing it, or they see some of the market wearing it. That's why they triggered to buy, and they feel challenged to wear something different out of the box. I think, yeah, that's easy.
In this case, that you are the ambassador of your own brand, at the same time you educate how to wear traditional fabrics of Indonesia with the cool and
Exactly.
stylish look, yeah, and also in your generation. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think that, yeah. Okay, Jennifer, is your question already been answered or not?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Okay, is there any other question or maybe something that from the audience that want to share or want to, yes, ask a question again to Ayla? Yes, the interesting way in also in fashion world, especially in fabric. Actually, there are so many brand, international high-end brand that also inspired by our richness of traditional fabrics. Yeah, the
Right.
newest thing
Yeah.
is Endek Bali, which is become one of the the inner for the outer in Dior. Yeah, so it's
Dior. Yeah.
a order from Endek Bali. Yeah? Endek Bali is one of the traditional fabric that also from Bali. Yeah, and
Mhm.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, like 20 years ago, also like Burberry, also inspired by Ikat, and then Gucci, inspired by sort of like looks like batik Cirebon. Yeah, so I think that's really good, Ayla. Yeah, we can see also
Yeah.
from Japan market. Yeah, Japan market is also really. We can also see the history of their fashion history, and also at the same time, like they really appreciate kimono, yeah, as their
Yeah.
traditional fabric. And also when they create something, let's say like their, because why I took Japan as a example, because they also appreciate the process and craftsmanship. Yeah, maybe in this case you need to also have a reels, a video, again like the things
Yeah.
that you've been doing. Yeah, to promote, and also
Yeah.
this is the the craftsmanship
Yeah.
sarung. Yeah.
Yes, that's the challenge in this pandemic, is there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not easy to like go to those places, it's not easy to took a video for the craftsmanship, and then go to the you know to know the detail, like to go to Makassar and then like
Yeah.
find the perfect, and it's not easy.
Yeah.
Even like the price in Jakarta that I've the to buy the fabric in Jakarta and in Makassar, it's different. That's why like pricing point is really important. And before from at the first to like third collection of mine,
Yeah.
I still set the price, I think, too low for traditional fabric. And I don't think like people appreciate the traditional fabric itself. So like it's really tricky in tradition. It's really tricky. At first I thought like I'm scared that people won't buy my product.
Yeah.
But then I need to think about, if I stay in this price point, not everyone knows that traditional fabric is actually really, have their own, ada harganya sendiri gitu. It's
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
I feel like they need to appreciate that more gitu. That's why like, again, pricing point, thinking about the pricing point and the value
Yeah.
of our product is really important. The value of the product from, we need to think about the price, the cost of goods. We need to think about our design, our effort to make the design. We need to pay ourselves for the creativity. We need to pay a good price too. To the sustainable is also for the team.
Yeah.
Paying the pay attention to our team, to let's say the seamstress.
Yeah.
We cannot press that the price. We cannot press that much of let's say a dress. We cannot just press it like 300,000. No, we have to think about their life too. We have, again, paying people really tricky, see, for me.
Yeah. That's why, let's say, again, I always remember that the good business and also like social enterprise also appreciate, let's say like what I've learned, I think of one brand that also applied it until now, like the Body Shop, and also L'Occitane, they have such as like, we call it community trade, so community trade, and then they buy some ingredients from the, like the farmer with the good price. And also the things that they buy, of course, one of the brand in Indonesia, like Sukacita, Sukacita also, they always preserve, let's say like they
Sukacita, right?
appreciate the, the one that become their, suppliers. I think also, I believe that you also did this also, for Saroong. Okay, any other question? But before that, I would like to also raise you a question. Okay, what's your plan after this? Let's say for the next 5 years, what is the things? What is your vision, Ayla?
Okay, the vision, my vision. I really want to, like, just like other brands, I really want to make like my brand to, have. So this is a short-term projection first, okay, sir? The short-term projection for me, for now, we want to make our one Saroong brand that already happened right now, the traditional fabric and the, the ready-to-wear silhouette. And then we want to make another ready-to-wear silhouette, still with Saroong versatility, and then Saroong character, traditional character, but we make it, we use not just traditional fabric, we use just the garment, and then the price point will also be different. That's just to make the brand sustainable, and then we're gonna make the atelier. We want to make the atelier, which is I'm gonna make like a wedding package with a traditional fabric, and then we're gonna make like avant-garde. That's the short-term projection, but the long-term projection, I want to show it into the international world. I want to, I want to make maybe a fashion shows someday in Paris, New York, or like those big events. Yeah,
Amen for
I
that.
want to have amen for that, and then I want to, sell my product internationally. Maybe like having maybe put like a consignment store, and not just Indonesia, but like out there, just maybe in Paris or New York, because I know that those places have a lot of interest in our culture.
Good one. Wow, it's such a clear vision, and also I wish you a best luck. Impossible is nothing. Let's say like, your friend, Aksu, Nadira, and also the alumni of the anticipation. Also went there.
I saw it yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, Hanyutan, they killed it.
Yeah, and also our student, like Shafa, and then Kalista, and then Elandra and May, they also just 2 days ago, they with Fashion Division Paris, they also had a show in Paris Fashion Week. I think they started the way come back from Paris to Jakarta. So this means that you can do it, Ayla.
I know. Amen. I know.
Okay. What is the things that you can, let's say, here maybe some of the audiences is your junior and also adik kelas, that's still fighting in the college, berjibaku dengan tugas-tugas, project and so on, and some of you also stay in Northumbria, like I saw Sabrina, Nadira, and other friends. Okay, what the things that you can give them, such as like a spirit for them, the message for you?
I think the message is like, you need to know your character, like the main character of you, the core of you, and you don't need to worry about the market. You really need to, focus on yourself, find your character, and then just just expand it and just communicate it into pieces. And those, I think, the challenge in uni is like nothing compared to having a business. So like it's gonna be there always, it's always gonna be there. But
Yeah.
as long as you enjoy it, as long as you love your job, as long as you love your what you're doing, it's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be that hard. You're gonna love it anyways, and it's gonna be big if you believe in yourself. It's gonna be something big. You need to believe in yourself, really.
So the things that I said that in the class that, okay, this is nothing compared to the real world out there, it's happened, right?
It happened. It happened, sir. It's nothing.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Any other
You're
question?
welcome.
One more question maybe from the audience? Okay, if not a question, okay, Ayla, thank you so much for coming here and then also to preserving our culture. And also I wish you all the best, yeah, for your vision.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and keep on fighting to preserving culture and also sustainability. And then, yes, and then we meet again soon, yeah, in your, please do send
Sure.
your invitation and also to the fast
Yeah.
food. We have student club here. Please follow Instagram
Will do.
BNST and also Saroong Atelier and also it's Ayla, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Stay healthy and thank you so much
Thank you,
for all
sir.
audience in here and also with the question. Thank you so much for everybody that came here, and I will give back this to Yosef Villa, yeah, for our Master of Ceremony.